Steve Lynch, LMT here, and I'm speaking to you live from Limestone Therapeutic Massage here in beautiful Newark, Delaware. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can talk to me at stevelynchLMT.com, or you can seek me out and shoot me some questions or find out about me here at limestonemassage.biz or .com. My subject matter today is client satisfaction. And client satisfaction in relation to the therapist. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I was with a client the other day, and we were talking, and of course, they were getting great treatment because they were here at Limestone Therapeutic Massage, where we care. And she was telling me about an experience or two or three that she had with other therapy clinics. And she was telling me that she had been pretty much beaten up, really pummeled. And although she expressed concern and she expressed the fact that the therapist was indeed using too much pressure and actually hurting her, she wasn't heard. And, she was a little timid about speaking out. So this is why I'm talking today here from Limestone Therapeutic Massage, where we care. I want to make clear that as a client, if you're coming in to any place, not just our place, and you're with any therapist, that therapist should be paying attention to you and your needs and the signals that you're putting off. And there's a number of different checkpoints that should be happening. So if they're not happening, for you as a client, then something is not right, and that's probably not the place for you. To begin with, when you get to the front desk, in most places that are of high caliber, you're going to be asked to fill out an intake form, and that will give us some information. But when your therapist arrives with your fresh water and beckons you to come for your treatment, they should also be asking you some questions once they get into the treatment room. You don't want to be discussing all of your history out in the hallway, but a good therapist will know, and you'll get into the treatment room. And then now there should be more questions about injuries, illnesses, surgeries, medications, lifestyle. All of these things are great indicators to a knowing therapist about how you should be treated, the techniques that should be used. And after even all those questions are out of the way, there is still what you ask for that matters a great deal. At least at Limestone Therapeutic Massage, what you, the client, expresses as desire is important to us. And it should be important to any therapist that you encounter in your travels. There's a number of indicators. There are questions at the front of the massage before you even start. And then once you're on the table, this therapist should be very aware and very seasoned. For instance, here at Limestone Therapeutic Massage, we actually go through three particular interviews. We go through 2 full-hour hands-on massage sessions, one with different therapists or the owner, and then we go through the general business type interview that you would get anywhere else. But the point here is that being seasoned, we're going to know to watch for body language, and body language can tell a lot of things. And there's not just that, there's the sensitivity of touch. For instance, in my case, and I'm sure it was in many other therapists, we actually started our training blindfolded so that our hands could actually feel what the body was doing. And I like to close my eyes quite a bit while I'm working now, just because my hands want to see. I want to see what's going on inside the tissue. And so that type of sensitivity should be relative to any seasoned good therapist that you go to. And then there's just your general, verbal cues, your verbal responses to your therapist. when someone's laying there and you're working, you might feel as a therapist that you're doing your very, very, very best job. But that's all perception, and it's relative. If you, the client, have a problem with the pressure that's being applied to your body, you have every right and should give that feedback to your therapist. And then, if that therapist cannot find it within themselves to have the presence of mind and the sensitivity to back off on the pressure, or to find a different way to make that release in your tissue happen, then um, either A, they're not sensitive, or B, they're not experienced, or maybe even both. And I would hate to think that that therapist was so egoistic that they didn't think they could do any wrong. Okay, I always tell people I taught massage therapy and holistic health, and I would tell my students, if you come to the point in your career ever where you persist that now you don't need to learn anything else because you're a master, you're experienced. Well, I'm telling any therapist that at that point you got to hang your hands up, because you're not doing anybody good there. You're done. Hang them up. So the real issue here is sensitivity from the therapist to the client, and likewise, good feedback from the client to the therapist is always going to help uh, bridge that wonderful gap between client and therapist, and create that wonderful uh, symbiosis for an actually beautiful kind of treatment. And I will close by saying this. Here at Limestone Therapeutic Massage, we believe that the client should, be the client's absolutely why we're here. And so the therapeutic portion of our name is very important to us as therapists here at Limestone Therapeutic Massage. And it should be important to any therapist that works on you as a client. If they're not sensitive, and they're not inquisitive, and they don't desire to uh, give you the relief that you need in the manner that you need to have it done in a pain-free way, then you, as a client, should have every right to fire that client. That's what I said. It's okay, you know. It is okay to stop that massage right there and say, you know what, you're not doing what I need, and you're not listening to me. And so I'm going to go to the front desk, and I don't want to proceed with this massage. You're well within your rights there. In fact, it should happen that way, because you're the most important thing. You're here for relief and therapy. If you're not getting it, then the job's not being done. And any place that you would go to, if that did happen, and you were at the front desk and you were expressing, you know, what happened there, and you weren't getting good positive response like, hey, I'm so sorry that happened, we're going to talk with a therapist, or, we'll resolve this. How can we help you with this experience? Can we, put you right in today with another more experienced therapist, or can we set you up for another massage at your schedule leisure? If these things are not happening, then by all means, you're not in the right place, and you're not with the right therapy people. So, with all my heart, from Limestone Therapy Massage in Limestone Therapeutic Massage in Newark, Delaware, I want to say, have a sweet day, and give your therapist a chance. But if your therapist can't take the chance and see it as communication and do what you need to do, then by all means, well, come to us. Okay, have a sweet life.